So a little while ago, I showed you how to do the infinite walk in VRChat, and I just feel like that video is a little bit janky the way I did it. So today I'm going to be redoing the video and re-showing you how to do the infinite walk in VRChat, as well with some in real life footage to hopefully show you and to better understand how it works. So if you don't know what infinite walking is, it is basically where it appears that you have a lot of space to move around, like you have a huge room, and in VRChat it looks like you're just infinite walking from one point to another, but in real life what you're doing is you're just walking in a circle. I'll show you a video right here of what I mean. You can see in real life that all you're doing is you're just going in a circle from one corner to the other, but in VRChat you're counter spinning and then you're constantly going in one direction. So without further ado, let me show you how it's done. So my first tip is you want to enable your Steam VR overlay, or you want to enable so you see the outline of your play space. The way you would do that is you would just go to the settings right here. You go to your VR settings, player area, and you have this grid right here. You can go dense, medium, grid, squares, or floor only. I would advise this one that I'm using right now, but you can do floor only if you want to. So what you're doing is you want to stand in one corner of your room, and then you want to walk to the other corner of the room. When you fully reach the corner, in-game, you're turning to the right, but in real life, you're turning to the left at the same time. So you're basically counter-spinning yourself, and then on the other corner, you're doing the opposite. So you're turning left in the game, but right in real life. So what you're doing in real life is constantly going from one corner to the other, but in-game, it looks like you're walking in one direction. Now, also what you can do is you can put your VRChat camera in one corner and then your personal mirror in the other corner, and you can use those two things if you don't want to use the Steam grid. There isn't really any recommendation on what controllers you should use. For some people, joysticks work wonderful, but for others, the HTC Vive trackpad works better. I think the HTC trackpad is better because the turning cycle or the turning speed is always going to be the same. So eventually, you can learn the speed and you can basically get used to it better. Versus when you're using a joystick, sometimes you're going to turn slowly, sometimes you're going to turn faster. So it really depends on what you're used to. If you're used to the trackpad, that's great. If you're used to the joystick, that's also fine. Here's another better example of how it looks like from the third person's perspective. As you can see, the avatar is basically continuously walking. You can still see like when you're turning until you fully master it and until you fully learn how to hide it. You can still see when the person turns in real life and turns in game. Their avatar kind of like does that weird motion as you see in the video. But overall, it's pretty convincing and it's a pretty cool thing to do. If you're wireless, this is also better in your case because then you have no cable to worry about. But if you do have a cable, then you would have to basically go in one circle, then turn around and go other way around. Or, you know, one time turn left, one time to right, like I did, like I showed you in my video. If you don't manage to pull this off in your first try, don't worry. This will take some time to get used to, and it's not that hard to do. It is a little bit weird, but you can definitely learn how to do it. And once you do, it's pretty fun to do. Even other people get amazed by it, so it's really neat. Anyway, hope that this video helped you out. Let me know down in the comments if you got some questions or some video suggestions for the future videos. Stick around for more future videos coming your way, and I'll see you around. Peace.